Hey guys, this is Arkel here, and back on a video, but I am really sorry that it has been a little while since I made a video, and I sort of just I didn't intend to take so long to make a video, and I kind of left it off on a sort of a sad note with my last video, and it's just been so long, so I'm like, oh no, I really need to make a video, and before people start thinking oh my god, is she contemplating the universe? Has everything fallen astray with her dolls in this moment in time? But anyway, I am definitely back with a video, and I actually have some really awesome updates, some really happy, fun updates and things that I wanted to go ahead and show you, some changes. And also, since I made my last video, I've had some time to just sort of take a little bit of time off to myself and just sort of really think about my dolls and my collection and what I really wanted, and just really get a feel for exactly what I wanted to go ahead and do. So I will go ahead and tell you some conclusions that I've made sometime in this video. But I want to go ahead and show you guys some cool things that have happened since I made my last video. And that is that a few of my dolls actually have new face-ups now, which is super great. The first one that really needed a new face-up pretty desperately, since I haven't redone his face since I got him, was Etzel, but unfortunately I really did not like how his face-up turned out, so I have to redo it, which is really making me sad, because yeah, I love that doll so much, and the idea of me not liking him right now is makes me want to cry, so I really have to make his face up better and fix it. But someone else that I actually redid their face is this guy here. This is Faustus. He is my Soom Shale, my little problem child that I have a little fight with every few weeks. But I love him to death. I redid his face up. And like I said, I have had the longest struggle ever trying to get this guy perfect. He is my Grail doll, and I absolutely love him, but he's just never quite felt 100% there and complete for me yet. And I think a lot of that has to do with his face-up. I've done a ton of face-ups on him, more face-ups on him than I have probably all my dolls combined, which is kind of crazy. And the last one that I did, I really liked. It's just that the colors still, again, didn't quite go with go with his hair and his overall, color palette. It just seemed a bit too out there for me. I really wanted him to seem much more cohesive, and really, because he has such a really different skin tone. It has sort of blue and yellow tones to it, kind of opalescent. It's just really hard to sort of make it look exactly how I envision it, and also to look well with his hair, which is supposed to be a sort of pale gray color. So I redid his face up, and this time it's pretty much all mostly blue and gray tones. I actually did put gray tones in his face this time, and unfortunately I can't really zoom in all that great. My camera won't focus if I do. See, now it's nope. So I can't really zoom in all that well, so you can't really see it super well, but hopefully I'll take some pictures of him soon. I have a Flickr now, so it gives me more incentive to actually go ahead and take pictures. But yes, I did redo his face up, and I actually like it a lot better, especially the color tones to it. They do blend a lot more, so I'm really happy about that. And also, I really like the expression that he has now, too. It's much more of a kind of I don't know, kind of calm, sort of distant quality that he has in his expression now, which is actually really good for him. I know I don't explain too much about my characters, partially because it's really difficult for me to explain things. But Faustus, he's a very lonely type of character. He's very distant. He's very funny and very nice. But he oftentimes distances himself from people and from lots of things, and just sort of stares off into the sunset, kind of wishing things were a bit different. He has a bit of unfortune cast upon him, though he is sort of a representation of fortune, so it's a little bit of a long story, but anyway. So it really captures, I think, the sort of lonely quality that I imagine him to have. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, you can't really see it too well, so boo. But I think it looks really, really cute. I don't know if it's like exactly what I want yet, or like if I'll wipe it in the future, or if it's like really perfect. I don't know. It's really hard for me to tell these things. If I'll like a face up a few weeks later, or if I feel like I can improve it. But I do like it a lot for now, and I really think the more face ups that I do on him, the more I think he gets closer to what I actually ideally want for him. I might actually decide to get him new eyes someday down the road too. I really like these ones, and they're really true to his character, but I just feel like maybe his eyes are kind of giving me problems because they're really difficult to photograph and shine the light in and stuff. But anyway, enough about him. I actually have another dolly over here that you guys haven't seen in a really, really, really long time. Who I haven't really worked on much lately since I've got him. And it has been a while since I got him. And again, for those of you guys who follow me on Flickr or on Twitter, you guys have already seen. But either way, yay! Yes, it is my assist. Finally, I've started working on him again. It has been a long time coming, really, since I have received him. I received him around the beginning of April, and I still hadn't done a face-up or started to work on him extensively yet. I did work on sanding him and things like that, but as far as actually painting all of his face plates, I had not done yet, and part of that was because I was just really apprehensive to sort of work on him, because he's going to be a really big project. I want to completely blush all of his body and all of his face plates, and there's like 5 of them. So it's quite a big project, and also he has a really different aesthetic quality than all my other dolls, because he has a bunch of tiny little scratches and scrapes all over him, which most of my other dolls don't have. None of them do. Panda, she had little bruises and cuts on her when I had her, but ever since then I've never really done a doll quite like that. So just a lot of things, and also owning a Unoa. I never thought I would actually own a Unoa, and it was kind of sudden, my decision to actually get one and to actually make him into this particular character. But now that I'm actually working on him, even though his face up really isn't that good and I'll probably redo it, but now that I'm actually working on him, oh, I am just really, 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 really happy. It's really strange, like, how much I think he really captures this particular character. And if I haven't said it before, this is Fire, by the way. And he's a really, really, really obscene and intense character of mine. I mean, he has a lot of expression to him, a lot of intensity, so I was really apprehensive and kind of like worrisome that I would probably never get this particular character of mine as a doll, and he's a lot of people's favorite character of mine, so there's a little bit of pressure there, I guess, but mostly it was just kind of, it was just a little struggle internally with myself to sort of really start working on him and actually getting him to look the way I want to. But I really, really love him a lot. Like, I freaking love Unoas. Like, oh my god. I love Unoas. If in a perfect world I would have 1,000,000 of them. I really want more of them someday. They just have like such a weird, captivating quality to them. I don't know what it is, but I can look at 1,000,000 pictures of Unoas and never get bored. But anyway, again, I can't really zoom in super well, and the light kind of shines really awkwardly in his eyes right now with the sun the way it is, but his face-up isn't all that great. He has this little band-aid and stuff there, and he has this little cuts and scrapes, which you probably can't see all that well, but I think I'll probably redo his face-up anyway. It kind of looks a bit more light than it actually is in real life. There's definitely a lot more like reddish tones and a lot more like blushing and stuff, and his eyes are darker, but the camera kind of makes things seem a bit lighter. But I still think I want him to have even more of an intense expression, but it's definitely, even though I don't really like this face up super well, I don't think, I can still definitely see his character in it, and that is really, really encouraging. Because, yeah, it's just like a breath of fresh air to, like, I don't know, just to see his character in this doll that, like, was really a last-minute decision, and I didn't really know if it would work, but whenever I see a assist, I definitely see fire in it, so I'm glad that when I've actually got around to painting him, I still really, really see him in it, so yeah. Anyway, I just want to go ahead and show you guys that. Again, I'm sorry that I can't really zoom in super well, my camera won't focus. But I just want to go ahead and show you both these guys. They're all painted, have new faces, and they look super, super cute, and I'm really, really happy with them. So, anyway, this video is pretty long. I guess I'll probably save my sort of other little updates for another video, because yeah, I rambled. But yeah, hopefully you guys like these guys. So, I'm really happy with them right now. Etzel not so much, I have to redo his face up, but these two I'm definitely much happier with, although I still might redo their face ups in the future. And I still have a lot more work to do on this guy too. Like, I still have to blush all of his other face plates and his body and stuff like that, so he's nowhere near finished, but progress is progress nonetheless. So I thought I'd share. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about him. You'll probably see him a lot more in videos. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching if you did, and I will see you very soon.